Welcome back to Market Pros, and here we have Bitcoin on Bybit on the 1 hour. As you see, the Fibonacci extension from this point to this point brought us back up to the 50, right in the golden pocket between the 618 and the 786. Then we dropped below the 21, came down, made a slightly lower low, and now we're popping back up to the 21. Now the question is can we get back above the 50 at 19, basically 19,425. That's really the level to beat, and this last high, in order for us to work our way up to the 100 at 1950, 19,550. Okay, and if we can break that, I would expect a small rejection at the 19,600 level. But honestly, I think we would get up to the 19,800 and probably higher. We're kind of at an inflection point right now. We're either going to go to the bottom of the range or we're going to go up to these highs at 20K, around 20K. Right now, your momentum is pretty bearish unless we can get back above this 50, and that would lead us out of the bearish control zone. Last time we got to where we are now, we did come back into the bearish control zone, and this happened. We got out of the bearish control zone a little bit right here and dropped back down. Right now it looks like we're going to get rejected from the 21 unless in the next 6 minutes we can get above it. Your MACD below the zero line crossed the signal line at the same time, got rejected from the zero line. We are below the signal line right now, but it looks like we're going to come back up, try to maybe retest it, or we're just going to continue down from here. Your BBWP is above its moving average in the upper zone, so here comes the volatility. All right, so like I said, if we can get back above the 50, then that'll look pretty good. We need to get back above this last high, make a higher high. Now, we do have bullish divergence from this point to this point and this point to this point, which is really what's leading us up right now. So we could get a bounce up to the 50, get back into that golden pocket between the 618 and the 786, get rejected, come back down, come down to the bottom of the range, which is the more likely scenario. All right, and I just explained the bullish case as well. And let's move on to the 4 hour. Bearish control zone, trying to cross that signal line. MACD, not too far away from its signal line, but we don't want to see this negative momentum pick back up if you are long. And we don't want to see it get back above or back below this last low on the histogram. And BBWP, very, very low. All right, but it is turning around right now. So, like I said yesterday, here comes the move. We talked about this yesterday, that the move would happen in the next day or two. I think today is that day. Now we did have the 21 cross the 50. If the 21 crosses the 100 right here, your true trend is going to start to look pretty bearish. Also the 50 right here. Okay, it looks like we're having some trouble getting above that 21. We got 4 minutes left. Find out what this next candle brings and what the story unfolds. Let's move to the 8 hour. Riding it, well, entering the bearish control zone. We're probably going to get a pop up to here, probably going to get rejected. It's going to be strong resistance. Okay, you got your signal line going to work its way down to the top of the bearish control zone. Probably going to get rejected from there. If we can get above it though, that's going to look really good. MACD fresh cross to the zero line. Negative momentum is pretty stable. Signal line's even trying to cross the signal line or the zero line right now. BBWP is falling off the earth. Okay, so, but we're probably going to consolidate here for a little bit longer. Possibly, just go a little lower to the right. All right, and let's get away from this fib, clear up the chart. 21's crossing the 50 right now. 21 got rejected from the 100. Another bearish sign. Let's move to the daily. The daily is riding the top of the bearish control zone right now. We are below the signal line. If we enter the bearish control zone, that's going to lead us back down to the bottom of the range. MACD curling over. If it crosses its signal line at the same time as we enter the bearish control zone, which would coincide with each other, we will go to the bottom of the range, in my opinion. BBWP's curling around. Moving average is even losing its downside curvature. Once this thing curls around and both gets a positive slope, that's when the big move is going to come, okay? That's either going to lead us up to 21K or down to 18K region. All right, so about $1,000 move. Well, actually, about a $2,000 move up, and 1,300 move down. Okay, so back down to the 1 hour. Looks like we're having some resistance, like I said, at the 21. If we can get back above that 50 in this last high, we're probably going to go up somewhere in between 19,660 and 19,560. Somewhere in between these moving averages right here. I would expect a small rejection, probably come back down to the 19,500 region. All right, and then work its way back up. All right, so let's move on to the Stokes. Stochastic on the 4 hours pointing up, just crossing its signal line, so that's a bullish sign. We are finding support off this double bullish order block. That's where our support came in at. All right, so that's why we're bouncing right now, plus the bullish divergence. We are coming up. The POC, point of control, in the VPVR here to your right, which measures horizontal volume at a certain price level, is coming in right at the 21, or right at the 20 SMA, which is your middle band on your Bollinger Bands. And this bearish order block, high resistance at 19,450 region. So that's basically what I'm looking at for Bitcoin. If you guys like this video so far, like and subscribe to the channel. Check out the links in the description below, one being the Discord. A lot of good conversation about trading, crypto, investing, markets, NFTs, everything crypto and markets and investing. Definitely join the Discord. The link is in the description below. And let's move on to Ethereum. Ethereum, similar story, being held down by the 21, trying to get out of the bearish control zone right now. But we'll find out whether we can break this neutral median line right here at the 50.00 level. Basically where this last high comes in. That's going to be major resistance. Also had bullish divergence, which led us up to the 21. MACD curling around, but the last time it curled around, it front ran the signal line and continued down. BBWP is crossing below its moving average, so Ethereum could consolidate a little bit more. Let's go to the 4 hour. Yeah, 4 hour BBWP is very low, but it's starting to curl around. So the consolidation is almost over. The move is coming. Like I said yesterday, it's going to happen in the next day or two. I think today is that day. RSI coming up to its signal line. We're going to find out whether it gets rejected or not. MACD, pretty fresh cross to the 0 line. Signal line crosses the 0 line. Negative momentum is pretty stable. It is decreasing a bit, but we're going to find out whether these dark red bars start picking up again and we break this last low. All right, so yeah, that's about it for Ethereum. Bullish case. Said we get back into the red zone. I would expect a small rejection from 1330 back down to 1325 and then continue up and break this last high at 1333 region. All right, that's the bullish case. That would also imply that we get above that neutral median line. Your MACD crosses its signal line to the upside as your BBWP gets back above its moving average. There's the bullish case. Bearish case is that we break this last low at 1300. Remember 1300. We talked about 1300 for the last week. We found support directly at 1300. Okay, so we break 1300. $1,000. Here we come. Okay, right now it looks like we're getting rejected from the 21. Let's see what we got here. No divergence. So we'll find out. If we can get back into this red zone, that's going to be the bullish case. Break this last low, $1,000. Here we come. That's what I'm saying. We're at an inflection point right now. All right, so just stay nimble and watch your momentum when this BBWP starts to turn up. Watch this, these moving averages, and watch this last low. Let's move on to Solana. Here on Solana, signal lines coming in right at the top of the bearish control zone. We're going to have high resistance right here on the RSI. MACD curling around, but strong downside curvature right now. Strong downside curvature. Negative momentum is pretty stable. BBWP is crossing below its moving average. So, like I said, we could consolidate a little down to the right as we go. Solana can pop up to 3270 where this 21 is and still get rejected, because as you see right now we are making lower highs, lower lows. Even if we come up to the 21, it's still going to be a lower high on like a 4 hour. See what I mean? Even if we come up to $33, still going to be a lower high. We do have the M pattern, which probably going to lead us a little lower. But we'll find out. You know, like I said, we could get the pop up and then come back to it. Bearish case is that we break this last low at 32.30. That would imply that we get deeper in the bearish control zone. MACD continue its downside curvature as your BBWP crosses into the upper zone once again. Let's see here. Well, that's really about it. I mean, all your major moving averages are below each other, starting the fan out confirmation. So unless we can get back above that 21 and that 50 at basically 32.80, we're probably going to continue down. All right, let's go back to Bitcoin real quick. Bitcoin, we're going to have some high resistance here at this 21. The bulls and the bears are fighting it out right now. All right, and what happens in Bitcoin is going to decide what happens in the other coins right now. They are highly correlated, and we will find out what is going on. Let's go to Solana and let's go to the stochastic. Stochastic, fresh cross to the upside, finding support on that bullish order block. Ethereum, basically the same thing, except its stokes have not crossed yet, so it could get a rejection. All right, so Ethereum doesn't look the best. Solana could turn. Solana hasn't even crossed its signal line. Could get rejected from there. So unless we bounce from here, along with Bitcoin, it's not going to look too good. Okay. So those are my thoughts. Everyone have a great morning, great afternoon, great evening, and I will see you tomorrow.